All right, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So I'm still not, haven't come off the high from having read that Haikyuu chapter, which was just absolutely phenomenal. So I'll reiterate a bit of what I said in the beginning of that video before we dive into Spy Family. But I hope everyone is doing all right under the current isolation conditions and all social distancing stuff. Hope everyone's doing best practices, washing their hands, keeping safe, everything else. I know the isolation and quarantine is a little bit harder on some than others, but I hope everyone's kind of finding ways to cope, either through books, games, talking to through friends, whatever online. We will get through this. I know it's tough, but it is for the best. So really, I'm praying for everyone out there. Hopefully, you all are staying safe. But without further ado, let us dive into Spy Family Mission 24. And I'm sure this chapter will continue the high that Haikyuu has sent me on. As we start with your sure has been coming home late these past few days. And you see Anya asking Lloyd, who's sitting on the couch reading, Papa, when are we going to eat? And you see Lloyd thinking, considering the nature of our relationship, I'm in no position to pry, but it is getting a little concerning. And Lloyd kind of just goes, once Yor gets home. And you see Anya just grabbing onto Bond and shaking and going, do the future thing, Bond. Show me tonight's dinner. And she's just shaking him, and Bond's just confused as to what she wants. As you hear a chuck, and the door opens. And you have Yor walking in going, sorry, I'm late. And you see her just having this grim face on us. She's kind of like looking off to the side. And Lloyd's like, look at that grim face. And more alarming still, those cuts all over her hands. And you see Yor's hand just badly cut up. She's got like bandages wrapped around her fingers. And you see Anya going, welcome home, Mama. And Yor's like, thank you, Anya. And Lloyd walks up and is like, hello, Yor, shall we have dinner? And Yor's like, no, I'm not hungry. You two go ahead and eat. Excuse me. And Lloyd's a little taken aback by this as he goes, oh, all right. And Yor kind of just walks off with a regretful expression on her face, as both Lloyd and Anya are kind of a little bit confused. And you see Lloyd going, what is going on with you, Yor? And you see Bond's ears just starting to twitch a little bit, and Anya's like, and he has a future vision of Yor kind of just like clasping her arms over her face as if she's crying. And you see Anya going, Mama's gonna cry? But why? And you see Yor going into the bedroom when she slams the door and kind of just leans back against it. And you can see he's kind of looking embarrassed as she holds out her hand. She goes, if I fail at this, it could cost me my family. And you see the next day, have a good night, everyone. He's like, see you. And you see two of the other ladies that Yor works with going, hey, Camilla, you want to get a drink? He's like, not tonight. And you see Yor just kind of getting some paperwork together as he's getting ready to head out in the street. And she walks into what I assume is a bar or cafe, or walks out of one as they go, come again. And you see her having her grim, deadly face again as she's walking through the streets. And she heads up to someone's house. And you see she's holding some kind of paper bag that's dripping blood from the bottom with a drip. And she goes to the ding dong, and you see ka-chick, and you see Camilla from earlier opening the door. She looks at Yor, kind of apprehensive, and goes, are we really doing this again today? And Yor just kind of nods with a stern face and is like, wait, is that... I knew it. Yor's trying to learn to cook. I knew it. And Camilla's like, you squashed the tomatoes. Yor, what is wrong with you? It's leaking all over. And Yor's like, oh no. She just kind of holds the shopping bag away from her. And you see that it is tomatoes and not blood that's dripping from the bag. And you have what I assume is Camilla's husband going, getting back on that horse, Yor? It's like, good for you. And Yor kind of just bows and goes, thank you for having me. And Camilla's like, remember, this is your fault. If you hadn't opened your big mouth. And you see 3 days earlier, she's talking to some of her other co-workers, including Camilla, and a short blonde-haired one, and a long black-haired one. As they go, what? You want to learn how to cook? And yours like, I need to. My husband spent an entire day on the toilet because of a breakfast I made. One of them's like, yeesh, that's bad. And when her daughter needed him most, and yours like, this could cost me my marriage, which would endanger my real job. Is there anything any of you could do to help? And one of them's like, not me. We hired a maid to do all our cooking. And the other one, Cheerfy's like, I could teach you how to use a can opener. Like, just take a class. And then you see, apparently, Camilla's husband works with her. As he comes up and he goes, hey, what are we talking about? And he goes, oh, you know who's a great cook? This lady right here. And Camilla's just shocked. She's like, you did not just say that. And he was like, please, Camilla, it would mean so much to me. And she kind of bows to her. Camilla's like, no way, why would I? And her husband's like, go on, teach her how to cook. We can all... Oh, sorry. I just assumed it was her husband, but apparently is just another co-worker. I had to examine my prejudices, apparently. So he goes, go on, teach her how to cook. We can all meet up at your place. And Kim's like, what is wrong with you? And you see York kind of just tying her hair back as she puts on an apron and goes, thank you for agreeing to do another lesson today, Camilla. Camilla's like, this is a living hell. The co-worker's like, don't be like that. And she and Camilla goes, I sure hope you like poison testing duty because you're on it again tonight. It's the least you could do. And you see him going, actually, I invited someone over to help with that. And you hear a ding dong. And you see Yuri coming in and going, you're my beloved sister. She's like, Yuri? And he's like, I wasn't about to miss a chance to eat your home cooking again. And Yours all embarrassed. She's like, oh, jeez. Camilla's like, that's your little brother? He seems so different in the photos. And he kind of comes up, still cheerfully grinning, as he shakes Camilla's hand. He's like, thanks for having me over, Camilla, and for all that you've done for my sister. It's like, so what's the occasion? We having a party? He's like, huh? It's a cooking class. And Yours like, don't say a word of this to Lloyd. I'm trying to improve in secret. And Yuri just gets mad. He's like, oh, so this is all about cooking for him. Way to ruin this lol. Or no loy. And you see Yor going, I thought we could make minestrone today. I bought all kinds of ingredients. And you see Yor just laying out like onions, potatoes, celery, got a tiny cactus, ropes, chocolate, fish, different kinds of seasonings, sewing thread it looks like. And Camilla's like, how many times must I say it? Stop buying so much. And they point to the cactus like, what is this even for? And Yor's like, I'm sorry, I thought variety would make things more flavorful. And you have Camilla just kind of huffing on her breath. She goes, okay, just start by peeling that potato. And Yor's like, will do. And you see poor Yor has just chunks of the potato ripped out, and there's blood all over the peeler, blood all over the potato chunks. And Camilla's just like, how could anyone fail at peeling a potato this much? There's blood everywhere. And Yor's like, but this weapon is so hard to wield. I keep cutting my fingers. And Camilla's like, a peeler is not a weapon. And Yuri's like, I bought you band-aids, Yor. And you see Yor just kind of happily smiling, chopping up a piece of meat with just like brutal efficiency. And she's like, I'm much better with a knife. She goes, chop, 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 chop. And Camilla's like, you're chopping it way too fine. Make normal chunks. Meat as thin as hair? And you have Yuri going, that's incredible, Yor. And Camilla's like, hey, you're cutting right through the board. That was my favorite one, too. And Yor just got some greens laid out. And she just cut through the board and the greens with the knife strikes. And Yor's like, I'm so sorry, I'll replace it. And Yuri's just still trying to be encouraging. Like, that's incredible, Yor. And Camilla's just getting angrier and angrier, going, why on earth would anyone in their right mind marry you? It's like, get out. And Yor's like, ah, she starts to cry. And Yuri's just getting mad. He's like, how dare she speak to my sister this way? Should I make her disappear? Camilla's like, listen, Yor, you're hopeless. Just give up and divorce your hot husband already. And Yor's like, but And Yuri's like, okay, maybe she's not so bad. Divorce him, Yor. And you're just kind of pleased with him. Like, please, Camilla, I'm begging you. If Lloyd and I were to get divorced, and she's thinking to herself, I'd have to worry about getting caught again. And you can see Yuri's kind of surprised by the length she's trying to go to keep this marriage intact. And Camilla's like, oh, fine. He's like, go heat up the ingredients you chopped. I'll walk you through seasoning them afterwards. The sooner we're done, the sooner you leave. And the other guy goes, see, she's got a soft side too. She just gets a little testy. And yours is kind of confused. Like, she's always seemed like a wonderful person to me. Camilla's like, hey! And you see, okay, the first course is ready to serve. And it just looks like this awful soup with a fish head and like all these other pieces floating in there. And there's a fish bone and another bone floating in there with chunks of vegetables and other stuff. Is giving off this ominous aura with a blurg. And you have, you're up, Yuri, dig in, let's see if you live, like it. And Yuri's like, you sure you don't mind? He's like, I won't be shy then. He just takes a heaping bite with a smile and chomps down on it. And you see Yor just watching off to the side, ba-bump, ba-bump. Oh. Oh my god, he goes, it's fantastic! As you have blood flying out of his nose and it just vomits up everything he's eaten. And you see him just shoveling more food into his mouth. He's going, this is delicious, Yor. It's so good to eat your cooking again. It's so good. And Camilla's watching and being like, but you're literally throwing it up, so which is it? And he's like, gross. So she and the other guy just eye each other as they take a spoon and just go chomp. And then they both just collapse on the floor. As he was like, oh no! And Camilla's like, how did you manage to mess this up so badly? Did you not follow my directions? And Yor's like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And you have Yuri be like, can I have seconds, Yor? And Camilla's like, okay, so clearly you're not ready for minestrone. Let's try something easier. Like meatballs? It's like, oh, that sounds good. And you see Yor just making this unappetizing looking ball with a fish tail sticking out of it, what looks like a little brush, and you have bones and other stuff just sticking out at random angles. And you have Yuri again just going, amazing, it's so good, I'm breaking out in a cold sweat. And he's just barfing as he goes. It's like, whoa, with each bite, more childhood memories flash before my eyes. Huh? Mom, is that you beckoning me into the light? You see it like going, stop, Yuri, put down that fork. Camilla's like, that's right. Yor lost her parents and raised her brother herself. Having to eat this trash every day must have warped both your palates. And you see Yor just doing a little teary face, and Yuri's like, trash? You think back to baby Yuri being like, I can really taste the ingredients as he's barf eating, and Yor just like, eat every last bite. And Yor's like, I figured as long as he's getting the nutrients, that was all that mattered. The other guy's crying, be like, thank heavens you survived to adulthood, Yuri. And yeah, was there maybe something your parents made for you that you still remember? Maybe we can use that. And Yor's like, can you recall anything, Yuri? And he's like, about mom's cooking? And you see him thinking back to their mom laying out a nice spread for them. And he goes, I kind of remember her making some kind of stew. It was warm and I really liked it. Oh, the one with the fried egg on top. I was like, then let's try making that. Try to recall what it tastes like. Probably a southern stew with a simple base. You see some garlic, potatoes, and onions. And you see Yor carefully taking her time, chopping the vegetables slowly with a flip, flip, flip. And you see flying off and landing in the pot with a flop, flop. And Yuri's like, whoa. Kimmel's like, once it boils, turn off the heat. She probably put some paprika in it. You see Yor just taking some notes. You have Camilla going, be careful not to burn it. Don't go overboard with the salt and pepper. You see Yor's just super concentrated. She's striking this recipe. And Camilla's just kind of looking at her, a little bit impressed as she goes, "You seem kind of different lately, Yor. You always used to have this dumb, blank face, like you were a robot or something." And Yor's like, "Huh? And I'm different now?" And she's like, "Dude, do you think it's because I got married?" And Camilla's like, "What? You're really gonna throw that in my face now? I was just wondering if you changed your makeup or something. Get over yourself." And Yor's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And the guy comes up, pats her on the shoulder, goes, now, Camilla, you're a beautiful woman too. Have some confidence." And she starts blushing as she goes, "You." And he goes over to Yor and goes, "By the way, this one actually smells pretty good. I think you may have nailed it." And you see Camilla just hesitantly taking a spoon and she just sips it. And she goes, "It's not bad." And you see Yuri just gulping it down and goes, "It's good, but not quite the way I remember it." And then you have Camilla kind of just looking thoughtful as she goes, "Where did you say you were from, Yor?" Yor's like, "Eastern Nielsburg." And she goes to her fridge and goes, "Around those parts they probably put sour cream in it." And you see her taking a little bowl of sour cream and just putting a splock of it into the soup. And you see them all taking another sip. And Yor and Yuri kind of look at each other in recognition, being like, "This is it." And you see back at home, Lloyd's trying to train Bond as he goes, "Wait." He goes, "Good dog," as Bond starts chewing on some food. And you have Lloyd thinking he really is fundamentally quite bright. We should put him through security dog training soon. And he goes, "Attaboys." He just pets Bond all nicely. And you have Anya coming up and going, "Papa, I can't wait any longer. I'm so hungry." And Lloyd's like, "Oh, you must be. Look how late it is." And you see Yor coming and going, "I'm sorry, I'm so late." And Lloyd's like, "Hello, Yor." He's like, He's like, "You went shopping?" And she goes, "Lloyd, I'm going to make dinner tonight." And you see him and Anya just freaking out when they hear this. And you see a blup blup as the pot's bubbling away on the stove. And you see her, "You've been taking cooking lessons?" He's like, "I'm sorry I kept it from you." And Lloyd's like, "Oh, so that's why." He's like, "Is this a southern stew?" And Yor's like, "It is. My mother used to make it for us." And in the background you have just Bond just sniffing the air, smelling the delicious food. And you see, ta-da! It's like, "It's all ready. The fried egg turned out a little runny." And you see a delicious bowl of stew. And Yor's like, "Let me know what you think." Lloyd's just looking at it being like, "Doesn't smell toxic." Poor little Anya. He's like, "So this is my last meal." And she digs up a spoon. And they both chomp. And they're both just surprised and go, "It's good." It's like, "Really? I can't believe it." And Anya just starts munching. He's like, "Oh, I like it a lot." And Lloyd's like, "There's something very comforting about it." You see this very wholesome little picture of both Lloyd and Anya just digging into the soup and enjoying it, as Anya's just smiling, going, "Yum." And Yor's is kind of embarrassed and taken aback. She starts crying. And you see Bond just staring as they go, "Oh, Yor, what is it? What's wrong? Why are you crying?" He's like, "I'm sorry. It's just those looks on your faces. I feel so relieved." It's like, "I know it's silly." And then you have Yor going, "I thought I was doing this to protect my contract killing job. But hearing their praise, seeing them smile like that, I never imagined it would make me feel this happy." You have Yor just being cheerful. She's like, "I feel a little more confident now that I can be a good wife and mother." Lloyd's like, "Well, I can't wait to see what you make next." And she's like, "I'm glad to hear that because I made something else too. This one is a Yor Forger original." And you see what looks like a little cake. And you have Anya going, "Gimme!" And the next minute she's just all on the floor, completely poisoned. Next chapter, it's April 5th. Boy, that was a good chapter. Man. It's nice after the last, kind of more serious bomb dogs chapter, to kind of have a little bit one more slice of life one, where you're seeing Yor kind of trying to adjust to the role of housewife, you know, and kind of seeing her develop from, "Oh, this is just a job to me to becoming more invested in, the Forger family as a real family, and kind of start to develop these relationships that she's never really had before with anyone else outside her brother. It's kind of nice to see, apart from the gigs and everything of, oh, Yora's a terrible cook, you see it kind of bringing back to the basic elements of, if you're going to cook something, you should cook something that means something to you, that brings back or evokes memories of your childhood. It's something personal. And I always love stories that use that as kind of a base to be like, if you're going to do something, relate it back to something that you've loved or you have a fond memory of, because you're more likely, to nail something like that than to try something new that you don't really have any experience or background or that emotional connection to. So I did like that, we found out with Yor making the stew and making it for Lloyd and Anya, who are both so happy to eat it. Bond continues to be the best. He's just so adorable with his little bow tie collar and everything else. Absolutely love him. Spy Family is just so very, very, very wholesome, and it's just absolutely the best. One of the best series running in Shonen Jump right now. Even though it is still relatively new, it's only 20 chapters into the series, but it has been a lot of fun so far. And yeah, I'm looking forward to more. Even if it is bi-weekly, which does pain me a bit. But I'm glad that the authors probably get more time to actually rest, relax, and work on the story and stuff like that. So looking forward to next chapter when it drops. So hopefully my Haikyuu and Spy Family reaction should be out by this afternoon, along with my One Piece one. And till next week, this is Ash. I will talk to you all later.